So today is March 27th, 2020, and this is my first swarm of the year. I had planned on doing some swarm prevention this afternoon or tomorrow. Apparently they beat me to it. So I guess the best I can do now is just try to catch this swarm, and then tomorrow I'm going to go through my other hives and see if I can either slow them down or prevent them from swarming. I couldn't find my bee brush, so I just broke a little branch off of a privet bush, and I'm using it to sweep the bees off of the trunk of this tree. Now, when I first got home from work, for reference though, from the ground up to this the fork in this little tree is about 2 foot, and this swarm was about 4 inches thick, so it's a pretty good sized swarm. I'm getting them brushed off, and it looks like they're all going towards the nook box. The top's getting covered. The bees are walking in the front door. You can see here they're starting to head that way. I'm just going to try to get as many as I can brushed off of here and brushed out of this fork. I don't want them to start congregating back up here in the forks of the tree. Yeah, look at that. They're just marching straight in the front entrance. They're like little soldiers. And if you look right in the middle, there's a worker bee with her abdomen straight up in the air, and she is fanning the pheromones, trying to attract everybody else towards her. And they're doing the same thing up top. Collectively, all these bees up here on this inner cover are emitting a pheromone, and they're fanning their wings as fast as they can to spread it out, to let all the other bees know where they're at and to attract them to them. Right there's a hive beetle going in. I didn't see him until I looked back over this video. I would have kept him from going in there if I'd have seen him. But it looks like everything's going okay here. So I'm gonna leave this hive out for the rest of the day, and I'll come back late this evening and put a lid over it, and then tomorrow morning before the sun comes up, I'll come back out and move it to a permanent location. Right here's a drone bee. I just happened to notice it. I'll show you if I can catch it. The drones are the males, and you can see they don't have a stinger, and their abdomens are a little bigger and more blunt than a worker or a queen, and their eyes are a lot larger. Their eyes pretty much cover their whole head. Here, you can see a little better right here. You can see they've got that large abdomen, the big eyes. The bigger, heavier body. Eyes are so big on the drones because they mate with the queens when they're flying in the air, and it helps them to spot the queens easier. Another little fun fact about the drone bees, the male bees, are all they're good for is reproduction. They don't collect pollen, they don't collect honey, they don't really contribute anything to the hive. The worker bees take care of them, they clean them, they pretty much feed them, and they'll do that all through the spring and summer while they're reproducing. But once fall comes, winter starts to set in, they'll stop taking care of them. They'll literally pick them up and carry them to the front entrance and throw them out, and won't let them come back in. They know they need them for reproduction, uh, so they'll take care of them, let them get away with whatever they need to, just to have them around. But when they're done with them, they're done. This is a worker on the left, and that's a drone on the right. Um, but a worker bee is pretty much only welcomed in her hive. If she would go to a new hive or a different hive, they'd run her off. They would attack her. They would keep her from entering that hive. A drone bee, on the other hand, is welcome at any hives. And this is basically nature's way of genetic diversity. The drones that are hatched out of a certain hive, they leave and go out to try to find a mate. And instead of flying all the way back to their hive, they'll fly back to the nearest hive. And like I said, that hive will take them in and accept them as long as they're reproducing, as long as the queen's laying eggs and they're hatching brood. But once that cycle stops, they're done with the drones. So anyway, like I said, I'm gonna leave this here for the rest of the day, and I'll come back and check on it this evening. But I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks, and have a good day.